Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Ultra Space Time podcast. We're in for podcast 58, going with This is Divinity. Right, so we got a bunch of topics for you guys, or not a bunch, but we got some stuff that was new, right? We got the Zenkai Zamasu, we got the Cooler Raid, we got the Dash Summons for new players exclusively, so I'm sure we'll go into that and stuff like that, and we also got the Legends Pass, right? So some cool stuff, some decent stuff right here, right? So let's go ahead. I'm your host, Azdeek, and the guest that we have on today, we got Bradical. Go ahead and say what's up.
What's up?
We got ZVG.
Yo, what's up, boys? That's good.
We got the God Key main Swift.
Yo.
And we got a newcomer for the podcast. We got Ignant, my boy.
Ohio Epic Gamers.
I'm glad none of us are your boy, but I appreciate that. I suppose.
I had to hype up Ignant since this is his first time.
Yeah,
You had to hype me up because my Twitter ad's cut off. I have to do something right for me.
Yeah, we got some technical issues with the avatars here and stuff. But that being said, getting right into the thick of it, we got Zenkai Zamasu. So I'm going to go ahead and let Swift take this away as the bona fide God Key main.
Okay, so Zamasu, honestly, I really, really like. I think he is, honestly, when you sit back and look at Zamasu and you look at what God Key was like a couple weeks ago, Zamasu is like really exactly what God Key needed. God Key needed an updated purple unit. They needed a tanky purple unit. And not to mention, I mean, Zamasu is super tanky, but he does really good damage as well. And, I'd say most people, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people, I'm assuming, have him at high stars just because he's been out for a while. If you've been playing the game for, a decent amount of time, I'm sure you got some decent stars on him. Really, really good stats. I mean, both his defenses at Z7 is like 180,000, I think. And then he's got like 280k blast attack. Really good stats, honestly. Overall, just some really well-rounded stats. He's got the health restoration on the blast cards. That's nothing new. Honestly, really, they didn't change too much with the Zenkai. What it is it's really like he wasn't that bad before the Zenkai. And now that he got a Zenkai, just with some updated stats, the Zenkai buffs, he did obviously pick up a third and a fourth unique, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. They basically gave him extra key recovery. They gave him bleed on his strike and blast cards. And then they gave him actually a 20% strike damage buff, which is nice, I guess, because he's more of a blast unit. So a little bit extra strike damage might, make him a little more well-rounded. And then something else that they gave him that is kind of nice is he nullifies his own abnormal conditions, and that activates 3 times every time he comes into the battlefield. And that's something that's like, it's kind of like a passive buff that you don't really notice. It's in the background, but when you do end up noticing it, it's a big deal because it could, save you from getting like paralyzed or, stuff like that. It's going to really help you out in those situations. But overall, I think individually, Zamasu is really damn good. Really good damage. Super, super tanky. I can't tell you how many rushes this guy has tanked for me already. Even like type neutral situations, he can still tank rushes. And he does really good damage, but I will say he doesn't really come out the gates swinging. Like, at the very beginning of the battle, his damage is okay. But I think he really shines at the end of the battle when he's got all of his buffs activated. He can do some pretty crazy damage towards the end. And overall, like I said, really, really good for God Key. Also really good for future. There's a really powerful future team running around right now. It's like a purple-red team with Zamasu, LF Rose, and then the red Zamasu. And that is a really, really powerful, really potent future team if you have the option. If you have LF Rose at decent star level. It's a really, really good future team. So yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of this Zamasu. I think they did a fantastic job. They didn't make him too overly busted. It's not like he's, top of Z tier, best unit in the game, just dominating every single match. But, on his respective teams, God Key and Future, I think, I do think he is really, really good. So, what do you guys think?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like I would even go as far as to say he is the best out of the new age Zenkais that we've been getting, right? Like out of because
I
how
agree with that.
they started like ramping it up. They will give like the first 2 levels of Zenkai for free. Ultimately, we have them completely free. Out of all those units that they started implementing those methods with, I feel like this is going to be the best one. I'm not sure how they're going to go forward, but I feel like it's going to be hard to top because this guy, all he needed was stats, and they basically proved that right there, right? It's just,
I don't think he even needed stats personally. That's just me. I mean, his stats were already higher than some of the old Zenkais after they Zenkai 7'd. Like he was
pre-Zenkai, he really was not
still
that
had
bad.
better stats than most of those like old school Zenkais. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he needed. I think it's fine that we got it, but I think we all kind of agree it's a really weird unit to give. But I also see what Swift was saying, where it's like it's exactly what God Key needed.
Yeah, it really is.
It's on the money what they needed, and there wasn't any other unit that could really fit that. Plus, I'm pretty sure they wanted to hype up, giving us free Zenkais by giving us a very popular character that's been on like 10,000 banners, so that people have that higher stars. So it's like, I think it's a good idea. It's just, we were talking about a little bit before the podcast. I want them to ramp it up. Start giving me 3 Zenkais at a time. If they're gonna be free, bro, I will do 3 gauntlets. I don't care. Like, I'm already playing the game all the time anyways again. So it's
that's actually a really good point now that I think about it. Now that Zenkais are actually like free and you can just grind them by doing a gauntlet and grinding some
just crank them out, dude.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Give me some random like EX ones or something, like the EX Super Warriors. Like, let me do 1 gauntlet for all 3 of those because they're like gonna be okay or whatever else. Ginyu Force, so let's Zenkai the rest of that. Like, if we want to pick it up, like you look like Dokkan, when they get easy A's, they get like a lot of easy A's. It's not like just like 1 every 2 weeks, right?
Right.
You don't have to give me any like CC for doing it, but like it's nice if we can, obviously.
Well, and I will say if these Zenkais are more on the balance side, and I think so. I do agree with what Brad and Azdeek said, and Azdeek said that Zamasu's kind of more the better Zenkai that we've seen recently. But obviously we all know Zenkais recently have been more on the balance side. And if they continue to release like kind of more balanced but still good option Zenkai units, it's not gonna like affect the meta like too much. Like if they're coming out with these busted Zenkais, it's probably not good for the meta. But if it's more on the balance side when it comes to these Zenkais, they can be a lot more frequent. And they, like Brad said, they could drop these things left and right. And I don't think it's really gonna upset too many people because they're not gonna be overly busted in the first place.
It's gonna upset me because I don't want to do gauntlet every single week. I don't know about you guys, but
again, they can start
I
doing
agree with
so,
that,
like,
but for free Zenkai, it's worth it though.
But if you tie these together, like you release units that are linked to each other, like some way, maybe it's story based. I don't know, Zarbon and Dodoria, the EX ones, and they have the same gauntlet you do for both of them. I think that's perfectly fine. Again, I will do multiple, like if it's a unit I want, I'll do multiple gauntlets, but I do agree I don't want to be only playing gauntlet all the time. I agree with that too.
Yeah, for sure.
I will for free Zenkais, but like...
I mean, yeah, it's so easy to just go through the gauntlet. Like, I do them like day 1. Like the Nibble one, I did on 2 different accounts the first day is out.
Dude, you can skip 70 floors. I mean, it's not too bad. Like, but yeah.
I do wish they make it where you can skip like 1 through 70 all at once, and then like whenever your team would die in auto, that's where it stops or whatever.
Yeah, yep. I was talking about that the other day. I would think that'd be a really good idea. Or if it's gonna be like you can skip 1 to 70 anyways, just let me jump to the 70th battle. Like if I'm gonna sit there and do like a clicking simulator,
just give me 31 floors. There's kind of no reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, you might as well just start at 70. Like, but either way, I mean, free Zenkais is nice. But overall, yeah, man, I love Zamasu. I really do love Zamasu.
I was saying this the other day. I think the way that we can know whether a Zenkai will be good or not is if their base kit is already pretty good. I think the Super Saiyan 4s and Zamasu pretty much, guarantee that if their base kit is good, then we're gonna get them at good Zenkais. Because Zamasu didn't really get anything. Like his kit didn't change. Like nobody cares about this 60% chance to bleed or the 20% more strike damage. His 2 uniques before that is what makes Zamasu, and the fact he got tankier now, right? So I think moving forward, if the unit has a good base kit, then no matter what they add, I think the stats are gonna carry them anyway.
And I mean, that's a good point because you look at the Blue Gohan or you look at Super Vegeta, and it's like they really didn't. It's not like they had the best kits before the Zenkai. And I mean, like the Zenkai made them a little bit more viable, but they're really not. When you compare those Zenkais to like a Zenkai like Zamasu, there's a huge difference.
Well, so do you guys think if we get like the old units, like the Fist Coup, who has literally one sentence as his kit.
They'd really have to
like-
show him love. They'd
Yeah,
really
he's
have
just
to.
going to be trash out the gate then. Because I mean, I agree with you that like if they have a bad kit to start with, but then you look like God Vegeta. God Vegeta's fantastic, and his kit was very mid.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
They
but
can work
remember
with
He
it.
came out a
that
minute
was
ago. He
before.
wasn't like one of the more
That was
recent Zenkais, but
before.
I agree with that.
They made the Zenkais mid though. Like that was pre-anniversary. Like
Yeah,
pre-anniversary,
I know. Yeah, a lot of
Zenkais
things
were good.
changed in the last 6 months,
Yeah.
even, especially, no doubt. But I'm just mentioning a unit that had next to no kit when he released, and he's very viable now. Whereas like the Blue Broly came out maybe 4 months before that Vegeta. I'm not exactly sure when, but like the old school Blue Broly, and he's still kind of just mid because he was mid. I mean, like he didn't have a very good kit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. They have
Yeah, I
to do
can see.
a lot for some of these units, and maybe that's why they're not messing with a lot of them. Like Zamasu, they didn't need to change much. They were like, whatever, bro. You guys
they
want
just
him?
gave him
Here you go. Take
his
us
third
5
unique
minutes.
has to be one of
Like-
the worst third uniques I've ever seen. Like a 60% chance to bleed is crazy, and he's still insanely good because his 2 uniques prior to that are already busted. But yeah, I agree with Swift. Exactly what Gaki needed. Finally, Purple VB can finally be in the grave. We don't need to use him anymore.
I thought you were going to say UI.
I think Zamasu really helps the Saiyan and Region matchups a lot because those 2 teams
Yeah.
had the most troublesome greens in the game, and now with Zamasu you can pretty much take care of them very easily. And Zamasu can also do. Zamasu is so tanky. Like I think
He really
I think
is.
Defense matters way more than damage cut. I think if you have a high defense stat, that damage cut doesn't really matter because if you get Fat Boy and Zamasu, they don't really have any damage cut, but they still tank a lot because their base stats are pretty high. So yeah, I think Zamasu is great. Last man standing, he's amazing. As Steve said, early to mid game, he's kind of weak in a sense because he doesn't have all his buffs. But once that mid game ends and you go into the late game of the match, like he's insanely good. A great green card, time stop, produce key, all this good stuff. So yeah, I think Zamasu is pretty great and definitely a S tier Zenkai.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about his green card too. Yeah, that's a good point. He has a fantastic green card, reducing enemy ki, getting own ki himself. I think he picks up some buffs as well. Really, really good green card. But his green card was always good, for the record.
Yep. And
But, yeah.
honestly, to touch on the fact that ZVG was just like how extremely tanky he is, not only did he get the Zenkai, which was definitely very, very good, right? Overall, didn't even really need the extra uniques, just wanted the Zenkai buffs and stuff like that. But he also came out alongside this unique equipment, right? And that helped him even more because it has blast defense, strike defense, and base health with health restoration, which is actually pretty insane, right? Especially Swift, like, health restoration is so important, like on a team like Godkey where you have Vados just giving you
Yeah,
those
if you're
heals.
running him alongside Vados, that's busted. And then even if you're not using Vados, if you're using God Topo, that health restoration is still going to be amazing because every time you pop a blast card with Zamasu, you're getting health restoration. So it's going to come in handy either way. But then if you have a Vados setup, yeah, health restoration is just insane. And there's already some really good equipment for health restoration for Godkey. So just getting more options and, just more health restoration equipments in general is really good for the team, I think. Because I believe this equipment can go on Zamasu. I think it can go on Clapku as well.
Yeah, it can.
So yeah, I'm a fan of seeing the equipments like these for Godkey for sure.
I think this is definitely like Swift. Would you say that this is like something that should be on Zamasu? Because I feel like if you're running Zamasu, I think you want to build him defensive because his offense capabilities are not going to go anywhere because obviously last man standing or whatever or mid to late game. So, but I think this is a really good equip for him. I think double defense and health and restoration is gonna make him insanely tanky. So I think this is definitely like one of the 3 you want to put on Zamasu because like you want to build him tanky. I feel like 'cause if you build him tanky, you're gonna survive until that mid to late game, right? And then he's just gonna sweep with card draw speed, the damage. Like he does good damage to even yellow units, bro. Like it's actually pretty wild. How
Especially
high
late
damage
game, and
can
he picks up the card draw speed. I would definitely say if you can get like somewhat of a decent roll on this equipment, it's almost like a must-have. And then the other 2 equipments I'm using, there's one called Worship Me, Give Praise Unto Me, and it offers a pure blast attack, which is obviously really nice. It's always nice having those pure stats. And then I think the third one I'm using is Hurry Up and Die because he picks up blast card, blue card damage, and key recovery, which is always nice. That's an equipment I use on a lot of like ranged units just because it's always nice having like blast attack and blue card damage, and key recovery always goes nice with units with card draw speed. So the fact Zamasu has card draw speed, I think any extra key recovery that he can pick up is going to be really good. So I think those are the 3 that I'm using.
Okay, I have to admit, looking at like, I kind of forget how many tags he's on until I look at his tags, and I'm like, it makes sense why they did it. He's on so many good teams.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. He actually can be run like 8 different ways.
Yeah, I mean, you can even run him on like regen. I think I don't think he directly buffs with the Z ability, but if you really want to, you can run him on regen. But I think obviously the recent purple cell would probably be the better option. But at the same time, regen is already a super tanky team. I mean, you got Zenkai Boo. You throw this Zamasu alongside Zenkai Boo, and you're gonna have a really tanky team.
It's just it's between Fusion Warrior, God Key, Future, Regen, Powerful Opponent. Like I get why they Zenkai'd him. I hadn't really even thought about how many tags he's on.
Oh yeah, Powerful Opponent too. I'd say this is a very good Zenkai for Powerful Opponent. Powerful Opponent needed this Zenkai, honestly.
Yeah, Purple DKP is not bad.
And Purple LF Rose too.
And but Rose, you gotta have 6 stars and up for Rose.
Yeah,
like,
that's facts.
At least in my
that's
opinion,
facts.
like you can't.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
he's not like a 3. Like Cell, he can be ran at like 3 stars or something like that. You can't run Rose at 3 stars. Like, you're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
with that
Zamasu on Blast Region. I think he's like the best player for Blast Region. I think he's better than DKP on that team. I think with that Kid Buu, even though...
Well, it's kind of like, what do you want? Do you want chaining, or do you want offense with a little bit of defense, right? Like, DKP is so good at chaining into other stuff, reloading his hand. It just depends on how you play it. And you could even do purple with a solid red. Make it work, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. There is like a really viable purple red.
I'm sorry, ZBG, I didn't mean to cut you off for the 17th time. You can go and say what you want to say.
Yeah, it's fine. I was saying that, Blast Region, I think this guy works really well. Because Region has some, great, pure equips for Blast. Also, so Region is tanky in general. So I think if you have this guy, it's going to be a tank fest, to be honest. But yeah, he's pretty good on all these teams. I think you can run him, quite well on all these teams. I think.
Well, I mean, Boo's main ability heals, right? So, I mean, just that health restoration equipment, again, is getting more use,
Yeah.
Yep. And even furthermore, too, it just... Going back to like equipment, low key, just the amount of equips that he can use, especially because coupled with the fact that he's on so many tags. There's another equip that I really like for him as well. And Swift, I know you use this one as well. On Kalapku, I do believe this one could be like the amount of health restoration that you could possibly get is just absolutely crazy. Right?
Oh, the Awakened, you're pissing me off.
Yeah. You get health restoration on that, more key recovery, like how you said, it'll couple with that card draw speed, really good. And just the standard blast attack and strike attack. It's just, dude, like he's, I don't know, man. Like they did a damn good job with this guy, and then releasing him with that plat equip, it was just like the cherry on top, right? Like I don't know. And even when it comes down to just this equip in general, when we're looking at the platinum equip and stuff like that, like the potential that I see for this equipment, it tells me, like, it's giving me like the vibes of, dude, like what happens when Rage Trunks gets a Zenkai and he gets a hold of this and he's just spamming green cards over and over. And he just has an insane amount of defense. Yeah, dude, it's gonna absolutely be crazy. It feels so funny to me that it almost feels like the second anniversary dream team that consisted of Vegeta Blue, the merge Zamasu, Rage Trunks. It is looking very hopeful, right? Because Vegeta Blue, what he has going for him is that now we know that unique platinum equips are in the works, right, for LFs and stuff like that, due to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's. So it's just like, dude, if he gets one of those platinum equipments, if Rage Trunks gets a Zenkai,
don't put that on us,
dude.
Bro. Give me 1 minute, man. Don't do that. Like, let me enjoy Gogeta for a minute before this blue unit takes it back from him. I don't want that, dude. That's what happened with VB, dude. A red unit came in and shut VB down, like when everybody was like couldn't handle it, and then Gohan comes in and just smacks him up.
And he's still smacking up every unit to this day, over a year later.
Kinda, dude. Gohan doesn't even scare me anymore, man. It's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, Gohan, I'm like, whatever, dude. It's just Gohan. If like somebody doesn't know how to play exactly with him, doesn't even like phase me anymore. Same thing with 18. That damn Super Saiyan 3 Goku with Gogeta and Yellow Vegeta. I hate that team. Like, I actually just, anybody that uses that, like, you're actually a horrible person. And I said it, right? like I said it, bro.
I mean, I can understand your point of view on that because I know recently, like, so if I look back at the meta, like, maybe a month ago, there was a lot of hybrids, right? But I think nowadays, I see way more Saiyans than I see hybrids. And I still think hybrids is the best team. Don't get me wrong. I think if you're looking at, like, the best team, it's definitely hybrids, but I see way more Saiyans than anything.
I think it's just more fun because hybrids is just like, you take a couple hits and then you just absolutely dominate them.
Saiyans is fun?
Right? But I think, no, it's not necessarily, it's more fun to use different things besides hybrids. Because hybrids, obviously, we know how good they are. But you can finally change it up now. And I think we've gotten to a very nice, solid meta. Aside from that one goddamn team. I literally can't kill that team sometimes. Yep. When I have, like, purple cell, and, like, I literally cannot kill Goku. And it's like, I'm not going to do no damage. I'll just forfeit. Like, I actually don't have a chance if I can't rush you. Like, I'm out. Thanks.
Guys running your hybrid. Purple cells and stuff. I just run triple Gogeta on everything. I don't care about lose, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Truth was attacking me the other day. It's like, oh, you can't talk crap. You run triple Gogeta. I was running the team for Gogeta, 2% for Gogeta was even good, and he's attacking me, man.
Yeah.
sounds like Truth, bro.
But at the same time, Truth won't let you put on LBR when you go into friend battles with him. So
me nor him needed, to be fair.
Oh my god. But
you actually have higher stars when you go Gogeta Blue than Truth. That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane.
I should tweet that out.
You do it.
All right, so that being said, I guess we'll move on from Zamasu right there. It's an amazing unit all around, especially with the Zenkai. Another thing that we got this weekend, right, was the World Challenge raid versus Cooler, who, Ignant, I'll go ahead and let you take it away right here. What do you think of the raid?
Oh, putting me on the spot. Well, I didn't even know it was in the game till Truck was like, yo, let's do the raid together. It's like, oh, yeah, sure. I mean, it's like every other raid I've played. It sucks if you play at random, so you beat in 2 seconds, you play with a friend. You're actually able to communicate.
Yeah.
It has good rewards, and I don't know, it just seems like the same old to me.
Yeah, basically. Honestly, I think they probably should do something to spice it up a little bit. Because like how you said, it just, it's like, yay, we got a raid. Free CC, like free rewards. I know a lot of people get excited for the erasers and stuff like that. I personally know a lot of people that go out of their way to clear out the shop and stuff like that, but they're not having fun doing it, right? They're just...
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, because like raids are like I said, it's like we played a random. It's so frustrating, dude. Like it's just the worst thing in the world. But if like you play with your friend, you can just do the group rising rush and beat it in 2 seconds. So easy.
Yep. Exactly.
They're just doing that over and over and over again until you get what.
Exactly, dude. But I mean, honestly, I haven't really even started grinding this raid. I usually wait until the last day just because of the fact that it feels so tedious to me. I'm not gonna lie, even though like I have to play it, like especially like being free to play, like I need these resources, everything that it offers me. But it's just the fact that I don't want to do it. And then it's just every time, like how you said, if I'm playing with a random dude, I match up with so many people that are not even soul boosted, and I'm like,
oh yeah, the level 200.
I cannot stand when they bring the boost unit, and it's like you just click auto select, bro. Like just click auto select for the love of God. At least put equipments on or something. They have like 100% ability bonus.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, you were all the way there. You brought the new unit, and then you just don't. What are you doing? Like.
Well, there's almost no excuse for this raid because Purple Zamasu is a boost unit. It's like, I think at this point, almost everybody, unless you're like a brand new player, if you've been playing the game for like at least 4 or 5 months, I almost guarantee you have Purple Zamasu, I would think. And he doesn't even have to be Zenkai. I mean, the Zenkai
Dude, you can use Ultra Goku is even not terrible. Like, he's not like trash for it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's, dude, it's mind blowing. We've been doing this now for what, 2.5 years? We've had like co-op and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, the first 6 months, I was like, hey, people will learn how to do it. You have no excuse.
Hey, you were wrong, bro.
You can just literally click auto select and it will give you the best unit in your fucking box. Like, you actually have no excuse.
That's what bring like an unawakened shallot. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
I see the shallots all the time. The level 200
I just picked up the
shallot.
game again, I just picked it up again like 2 weeks ago, and even I know not to do that. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Dude, I make them wait the entire like 60 seconds and then I just disband.
You give them that hope thing? That's
like, you're waiting the entire minute with me here, man. Like, you want to hop into this? All right, bro. We'll sit here together for a minute real quick, and then let's disband on you.
That's hilarious.
Just waste their time.
Dude,
I need like a block option. Like if I get the same person over and over and over and over again, I just want to be able. Hey, I'm never gonna see you again. Goodbye. Like,
yeah,
Isn't
need
it
that.
crazy with how big this game is? You actually are like realistically can get the same person in your lobby multiple times in a row.
I mean, it just shows how much people don't want to play like co-op and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because you're getting the same 8 kids that are playing it. That's it. Yeah.
Yep. Basically. I do have to say though, if you guys, for all of you guys watching, if you guys are struggling with this, I mean, it's not hard at all, right? But say you guys don't have like the newest units and stuff like that, Ultra Goku is free. Ultra Goku's free right here. And this red Frieza is actually amazing. That's who I'm using for the raid. When I'm playing the raid.
I could see him being really good.
And that's who Charco is using. He was kind of destroying it.
Yeah, dude, you put a bunch of debuffs. I know they canceled the debuffs and stuff like that, but you're also able to farm Dragon Balls really, really efficiently because you still Dragon Balls on your green card. Your green card also grants you another card. You just keep repeating that process and stuff like that. He's pretty nice for this. I think he's really, really good for PvE events overall. So, if you have him, try him out. I only have him at 3 stars, and he's doing just fine. I get disbanded a lot. I'm not going to lie. I get disbanded on a lot, and it breaks my heart, but, he still he gets the job done.
Yeah, I believe it. That red Frieza is like still really good, like in PvP as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if he got his Zenkai, dude.
Oh, dude, I would legit be scared. I mean, it's low key what LOE needs, but I'd be kind of scared.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, I'd be scared because he's technically, isn't he also movies?
Yeah, that is
So
true.
yeah, that's what I'd be nervous about.
Yeah, the Zenkai buff for Bojack as well. That would be terrifying. A PPR team.
Yeah.
Bojack.
Oh, dude,
Frieza.
he would take that spot for Bojack in a heartbeat. Like on movies.
Dude,
Like if he got his Zenkai, he would take it in a millisecond.
people. Would
Yeah,
just start
I mean, I
running
could see
together.
that. That red Frieza is like, honestly, whenever I very rarely face him, but when I do face him, he's just so annoying because he's got like the paralysis.
So much
steals Dragon
disruption,
Balls.
dude. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, dude. He was definitely because he was on both banners, right? He was on the Gogeta banner and on the Broly banner at the same time, right? Or
Yeah.
correct me. Yeah, dude. He was definitely the sleeper unit. I feel like no one like used him because everyone was just so like overindulged with Broly and Gogeta. But I remember the first time I went against him, dude, and he was just catching me with those green cards and just permanently putting paralysis on me. I was, I just didn't know what to do. I was just flabbergasted, dude. This guy is pretty damn good. I don't know. And then I don't want him to get his Zenkai purely because of the fact that I know people are just gonna run PPR, or not PPR. They'll just run like double reds, right? And they'll just throw Gohan on there. They'll do a reverse PPR, I suppose. Well, they'll go Bojack, this red Frieza, and then Revival Gohan. That still sounds pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be a
nasty
nasty
too.
team.
But yeah, dude, honestly, that's pretty much the raid right there. I mean, not too much. It's basically like how Ignant said, same old thing every single time, right? Amazing rewards. Like, I will never complain about the rewards. Just the format just gets a little bit bland after a while, especially when, there's nothing really much added to it and stuff like that. It's just co-op, more glorified co-op, right? Easier co-op and stuff like that. So,
I love it whenever it says like what you get, like just shared rewards or whatever, when it pops up on your screen. It's like, thank you for the 5 dual coins. I appreciate that. Like,
it's a group effort.
sweet, dude. I'm so hyped right now. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yo, let's go!
All right, so what are the other things that we got is actually, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I wanted to know your opinion on a Bradical. The Bradical, Chatical. The dash summons.
Be radical.
Yeah, for the dash summons for new players, dude. I haven't even really looked at this banner too much.
Dash summons. I looked at. I don't know. I'm not a new player, bro. Let me see. I'm in a co-op match right now, so hold on. Give me 1 sec. What exactly is the summons? I don't even know. I can't jump out because whatever. I'm just gonna disband on this guy. Sorry about it.
But
Isn't it something with like new
He's like,
players
"Yo,
to
what
get a
the
chance
heck?"
to get LF units or something like that?
yeah, so it is literally only available for 168 hours after starting the game. You get this quote unquote
wow.
dash summon.
Oh, so I can't even see it anyways.
No.
I mean, it's not a bad idea because you could farm a lot of CC for that. So hold on, who's featured? Scroll down a little bit. Purple VB, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about how good he is. He's fantastic.
Do I Goku? Everyone's favorite.
I mean, realistically, it's not that it's not worth it. I mean, you're probably just gonna do better off just summoning on a normal banner. Like, look at those drop rates.
Yeah, dude. The drop rates look
Oh,
horrendous.
If those were like 5%, or something, I'd be like, yo, like for the LFs, I'd be like, okay, yeah, go in, but under 1%, no.
Do
It's
new
never worked.
players get like free summons on this, or do they have to spend their CC on this?
It's 1k CC a summon. I think you can do it up to 3 times. I could be.
Is it
wrong
Sparking
about that.
guaranteed?
You get a Legends Limited guaranteed.
Oh, then that's worth it.
That
I'd say that's
changes
worth it then.
everything.
Yeah.
That's a little wild, but again, the LFs that are on there, I don't know. If it had like even one of the modern LFs, like Purple Gohan or something, I'd say yeah. But even then, I mean, you know, you got to get a lot of Namakus and stuff. Not a bad idea. It does have a lot of stuff for it, but
That is true though. Something to keep in mind for a new player is if you're going for Zenkai, you got to get them to 7 stars. So it's going to be tough to get. Like if you're a brand new player, it is going to be tough to get Namek Goku or like Green Super Saiyan 3 to 7 stars right off the bat.
Yep.
it's not a bad idea at the same time, though, because you're basically getting 3 LFs for 3,000 CC, and if you just started, you have plenty of stuff to farm. Like,
Exactly.
you'll get that in an hour and a half of just doing story.
I would say that would be almost a must summon, isn't it? For
Yeah,
for
it's
like a
pretty.
new
It's
player?
pretty
think
worth
so.
it. Yeah, it's pretty worth it, honestly. I didn't know it was guaranteed LF. That
Yeah, I
changes
didn't
that,
either.
actually.
That's crazy.
That's-
Yeah, it's like it's okay banner. Like there's like old school Dokkan LR raids, but then when you say it's a guaranteed LF, that changes everything.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
honestly not bad at all, dude. You know, and it honestly it begs the question. Then since we have this, they're making this really friendly because we have a whole lot of content. Especially if you think about it from the perspective of a brand new player, they have a lot to do, a lot of farming to do, and stuff like that. Do you think this is a great time to pick up the game? This is a question for all of you guys.
I mean, yes. Like right now is if you're gonna play Legends or if you're gonna get back into it, now is the time. I mean, we've gotten to a point now where LFs are now viable again. They're actually worth summoning on. We've seen that with Cell. We've seen that with the 2 Vegetas that came out before Cell. They're
Yep.
all viable. They're all fun to use. Whatever else. Zenkais aren't absolutely insane. They're free. Like it's if you're gonna pick it up again, or you're gonna pick it up to begin with, which I don't know why you're watching a Dragon Ball Legends podcast if you're not gonna pick it up, but if you are, now's the absolute best time.
I agree. I mean,
In a long time. Like
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
long, it's you asked me 6 months ago, I'd have said nah. Well, I just wait for the anniversary or whatever. But yeah, they changed a lot of stuff and they are making the right moves. It's just they also like lit their fan base on fire for like a year and a half. So like we got some work to do, guys. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good time. I mean, I took a break from the game for like 2 years, and then I saw like the thing and stuff, the video and stuff is what they call it.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, yo, Omega, that's pretty cool. Oh, free Zenkais, that's sweet. And I started playing the game again. I've been having fun with it. Looking forward to the other updates I have. I mean, it's been fun. I'd say you should probably give it a try, get back into it. And if you don't like it still, I mean, then tough luck, I guess. I mean, at least you tried it again.
Especially with Black Friday and New Year's right around the corner. Like if you're gonna come back, now's the time to just start grinding and start saving your CC. You know.
Yep. 100% agree, dude. And that is a massive point to make right there, is that we are leading into like a massive celebration right here with Black Friday, with the New Year's celebration / Christmas celebration, right? All that craziness is about to start heading our way. So pick up the game. You know, I would say that's the one thing that would stop me from telling a new player to summon on this, is that if you are a new player, or if you do have this available to you somehow, even like on a reroll account or anything like that, just keep in mind that we do have the Black Friday banner coming out this month, and then right after that we're heading into the Christmas New Year's stuff too. So I think that's the one thing. But other than that, these, like I said, there's going to be a lot of content for you to farm. There's going to be a lot more opportunities to get CC, especially as a new player. And some of these units are like pretty good, right? I would say like what do you guys think is like the most like worthwhile unit on here? Like what would be the most beneficial unit for a new player's box on this banner?
I mean, probably
Certainly not
Some
you
of
are
the-
Goku for sure. That's what I'm gonna say. Certainly
if
not
you're
you are
talking
Goku.
LF units, probably Namek and Super Saiyan 3. If you're talking non-LF units, probably like Angel Vegeta. I don't see too many other ones. I mean, Angel Vegeta's huge. Clapku. I mean, Purple DKP, not bad. There's some decent LF options, but the thing is like I said, you got to get them 7 stars. I mean, even Green Rose, not horrible. But you'll get green if you're a new player. Trust me, you will get Green Rose. He's like on every single banner.
Yeah.
But I mean, some decent options here, and if it is guaranteed LF, I'd say it's worth it. But like Azdeek said, keep in mind we do have a really big celebration right around the corner. But the fact that it is guaranteed sparking, I think it is kind of nice.
Honestly, like, so say you picked the game up for like a year and a half when it first came out, and then you were kind of like, I'm just gonna drop it, whatever. You may want to just re-roll to get ready for the next couple of months. Honestly, like it may be worth your time to completely re-roll and get all that like grindable CC back, because if you haven't played in 6, 7, 8 months, like the game is entirely different than it was, and you're gonna have these banners like this where it's like there's everything on it. And even moving forward, like all the Legends All-Stars, you have a chance at all those units when they come back and whatever else. I'd almost recommend a lot of people re-roll at this point if you're just kind of like, I don't like my account or whatever. Could be worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
If you spent like 10 grand on your account, you don't like your account. That's just a big rip. I don't know to say on that one, but but if you're like, I spent like $50 a year ago or something. Yeah, dude, just re-roll, because the next couple months are gonna be insane. Like.
And the more CC that you can get in these upcoming months, the better. Like, so whether it's just from saving from like if you grind PvP, TOP, everything else every season, just slowly save up. Or, like Brad said, if you don't have like an established account, then re-rolling honestly is not a bad option. And I know that's a pretty I know a lot of people do that with a lot of gacha game celebrations. Like whenever a big celebration comes around, they just do a re-roll like a month before. And I see why people do it. It's not a bad idea, especially when you look at these banners, like that movies banner that came out on 30th anniversary, where you could build like an entire team from one banner. Like if we see another banner like that, then re-rolling is definitely not a bad choice.
I've never one time recommended in the 3 years Legends has been out to re-roll, because you want to build up these Zenkais and stuff like that. But the way they're doing banners now, you have so many options of units you could get. It's pretty viable to start that. And don't do it all the time. Like people have like 9 accounts, and it's like, well, just pick one. Like, you're good. But at the same time, it's like, I've never recommended it. And I would say now, if you're just like, my account sucks, like I have like 2 Zenkais that are even able to do it, like everything's at like 6 stars, reroll, bro. Like, just, you're good. Pick one team you really want. And like Swift said, if you see a banner that has all that stuff you want, reroll, just go in, get that team, and then kind of rebuild your account slowly and keep all that grindable CC.
Yep.
Yeah. And dude, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that these upcoming banners for maybe Black Friday, but at least New Year's, I think these banners are going to be really good. But I could be wrong.
I mean, if we're basing on it the last year, dude, we had dual LFs in December, and we had, 6 new units? What was it? Dispo, Topo, Jiren, UI, Goku, all on one banner together. So it's going to be, pretty nutty. Like, they've upped it every year up to this point. Remember Black Friday when it was, Goku Black and Majin Vegeta? That was even hype back then. And they stepped it up, and then I imagine this year it's going to be, So try to go into at least 10,000 CC.
Yep. 100%. And that's completely feasible, dude. These days, they're giving around 17,000 free-to-play CC a month. So.
Oh, dude, I went up to 3,000 in 2 days.
Yeah.
I just gotta stop being a crack fiend and spending it. And I'm like, you're good, it's fine. I went in on that damn Piccolo and Goku banner for 5,000, and I was like, I'm not gonna summon. I did 5,000. I literally got one featured unit that's on it, and it wasn't either one of them. And I was like, cool.
Damn.
Well, I'll just take my Elven. Have a good day, Legends. I appreciate you.
Roman just buy the C for mini.
Well, I think I've bought enough CC over the last couple of years to validate that. I think I'm doing all right on that.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, that being said, I think it's like how everyone else I think agrees, it's a great time for Legends right now. Truly, Legends is in the golden era. They've been doing an amazing job with the updates they've had right here. But I would say the one thing to take us back to reality, and ZVG, you're gonna go ahead and lead this off. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the Legends Pass. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Here we go.
my God. Legends ass. Okay. So I was streaming when Renzi made the dilemma about it, and he was like, yo, we're gonna get 2K tickets. I'm like, 2K tickets? And the shop is looking good with the tickets. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it when it comes out, because I'm like, all the Z power, all this stuff is very useful, right? But then obviously, as Azdeek said, a reality check is Dragon Ball Legends. They have to disappoint in some way, shape, or form. So they released the pass. It costs $5. The price of it isn't anything, to really, gripe over. It's only $5. But I think the value of it is $0. I think everything is just not. It's not worth spending money to get any of these stuff. I mean, the Prime tickets are what a day. It's absolutely terrible. I feel like it should be at least 10 a day. If it was 10 a day, bro, I would definitely, say, okay, buy it for the $5 if it was 10 a day, right?
Yep.
I think, the auto mode, it should be free. Like any quality of life update should be free. There's no reason why the faster auto mode should be locked behind a $5 paywall. I think the equipment slots thing is kind of scummy because they did say that, they couldn't add any more equipment because of server space, but yet everybody can get 400 for $5. I think they should have taken that out and give everybody like 100 free or something. Like, I think that would have been way better. Presets, nobody uses that. Logging most selections, like nobody really cares about that. And nobody really cares about the adventure slots unless you're at the top 2 guilds in the world trying to get number 1 for guilds for some reason. But I think overall, the Patros has no value. I think the biggest value that people were looking forward to were the Prime tickets. And I think that if it gives 1 a day, then there's pretty much no value in that. It's gonna take like what is it? It takes how many tickets to get like a Z Power? 100 tickets to get Z Power? So like 3 months of waiting.
Jesus
just
Christ,
to get
I didn't know,
300
dude. Yeah, no,
Sparky
legit,
Z Power.
100 days to get 300. I just have to log
Exactly.
into the game
Wait,
10
you
times to
legit
get...
only get 1 a day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. No, a lot of this stuff's gonna change, and they're gonna see a lot of this
Holy
feedback. I
cow.
would imagine. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that dog crap.
Yeah.
Y'all really hate the Legends Pass, huh?
Hold on, scroll
You
down a
gotta
little
wait.
bit more, Azdeek.
You gotta wait 5 days to
You need
get 1
20 to
innocent,
get
bro.
500 rare medals. It's almost a month. Wait, what? 10 to
it's
get
gonna-
1 soul coin. Are you kidding me, dude? All right. Okay, bro.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm in
actually-
the
it's
minority
actually-
here. I actually like the Legends Pass.
It's not that it's bad. It's just it feels that it's
If-
like
It should have been base game.
Bro,
As-
it should have just got added onto the mission plan. Like, you buy
Exactly,
the mission plan
dude.
every
That's it,
month,
yeah.
and then
That
you just get
makes
this
so
extra.
make it
much
$10
more sense.
then. Make it $10
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I
yeah,
get access
exactly.
to all
Add
this
$2
stuff.
to it, bro, and just put this on the. It will be so. Dude,
I agree with that.
I
yeah.
genuinely want to understand their logic when they made this. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Just add this to the mission
Also,
plan. Add 2 more
Ignant,
dollars.
I'll kind of explain it a
It's
little bit.
Gucci.
As people who have played it for like the 3 years, they've told us so many times they can't give us equipment slots, but then they can for this. And then like
Yeah, I heard about that.
the faster thing, like that's where it's like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know if you watched Goresh do it, the faster thing he put up on Twitter, and it was like just chaos. And it's like, dude, this isn't what. Just give me this. I don't understand like why. And it's got a ×3, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So then
Why I
×2
gotta
can
pay
just
for
be
it, though?
free.
I think the
It's just
funny
really
thing about
weird.
that is that it's just a slightly downgraded version of the fast forward and TOP. Like, that was already in the game.
Yeah,
and
it's
just-
literally that's all it is.
Yep.
And it's only for AI, so the AI is still an idiot. It's just now they're a
Yeah.
fast idiot. That's it. It's
Dude,
like a really
I
speedy
think that-
moron. That's it.
And nothing
Dude.
worse than an idiot than a fast idiot.
The preset,
literally
the
it.
adventure slots, and the
Just
login
lose
bonus,
faster
like
now. Like
those things shouldn't have a price on it, bro. Like, I think those things are like just utterly useless.
It's like
honestly.
quality
Like,
of
I
life
think-
almost. It should just be free.
Dude, I think that's just been the game. Like, I think everything in this should be like, free. Like, and you can argue that the equipment's, server space, they need the $5 or whatever, but like everything else should 100% be free. Like, it's
but then
actually
tell
wrong.
us that. Don't be sneaky about it and be like, we can't do that. Just kidding, we actually can do it. Be like, hey, we're doing this thing, we're adding extra $3 to it. That's so we can pay for the server space to have your
Yeah.
extra. You just be honest about it. Like, that's the big thing. Like, it's fine. You want me to? I'm already dropping, or I used to drop like $600-700 a month on your game. Obviously, make it back as a YouTuber. Don't do that if you're not making it back.
Yeah.
But, like-
Disclaimer: don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't be Nolar, all right, bro. Like, play the game for a week, drop 10 grand. No, but with this thing, that's where it just feels kind of scummy when it's like you could do this the proper way. Like you said, add a couple extra bucks to the mission plan, make it $10, or you could still buy the $7 one if you don't want this extra stuff. Instead of making a whole
Yeah.
separate thing. Look how cool this is. Log in for 20 days to get 500 rare medals. Like, what?
Yeah, that's got to be adjusted. I didn't realize it was that bad.
I had
did not
no.
realize
That's
it was
like
that bad.
actually like what? Or like, yeah, 100 days. So you're telling me, okay, I need to get that 300 EX power for Goku or something. Sweet, I'll do that in February. It's like what? Like,
Dude,
like,
you literally get like 200 in 10 days just from logging into the
I know.
game. Like,
Yeah, it's like
actually
what?
wild.
And dude, just play co-op and you get another amount for that. It's just
Yeah,
very
it's like-
weird.
it's actually wild.
That should be 10 days, and I can get 300 then. So it's on point with the other thing too. Like if I'm paying you money for it, like expedite that. Don't make me wait 100 days. Like yeah, February 3rd. I'm marking my calendar, bro. I can't wait to get that half a star on Goku. Like Jesus Christ.
And for me, I do think it should have been. I made a video of Palms where when they first dropped it, we were talking about. I think it should have all just been base game, I mean, it's only like 450, so I don't mind it too much. I personally am just using all those ticket things on the erasers because Gogeta wore me out. Although, once again, now we have the Z medals to be used for erasers, so I have no use for that anymore, to be honest. I have like 4 million of the damn things.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This pass, it's just like, I know me and ZVG have talked about it before, but I kind of had an issue with the fact that, and I wouldn't even have an issue with this if Toshi didn't say it, but like, he kind of shot himself in the foot on this one. Like, he literally, there was one of those video and stuff that Toshi literally said, like, we are not able to give you equipment slots because like phone requirements, and then this comes out. And that's really kind of my issue. It's like, why would you say that if you know you're going to be dropping this like in a month, in a couple of months?
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, whoever wrote the script for Toshi to say these things, bro, I'm telling you, like, they want him to get like blamed. Like, he told so many lies in so many videos and stuff. At this point, it's like to be expected. Like, okay, what's the new lies gonna tell? Like, we're gonna see he's gonna say this, and then 2 months later, boom, it's the opposite. Like, it's actually stupid.
Well, like he said the Cybermen, he said they would be like really viable or something.
No,
and
hey,
the Cybermen.
dude, that's a top
hey,
3
leave
team,
the Cybermen alone, bro. What the hell?
That's a top 3 team. Like, no,
Cybermen are very good to me.
I got destroyed by some Cybermen the other day with my Goku, bro.
I think what could have really saved the Legends Pass would have made it an ultimate W is they would have just took out this they took out the Prime ticket because I think it just takes way too long. Right, if it was just expanded equipment slots, expanded preset slots, faster auto mode, adventure slots, and the more login bonus, and they gave you a one-time purchase, and you have this forever. You have all this forever. I think like everyone would have.
I'd actually be a fan of that if it was a one-time purchase. Yeah, it could even be like $10 or $15, but if it was a one-time purchase, it'd be a lot nicer.
We are skipping over the best part of the Legends Pass. Makes your like name and your stamina bar and stuff all gold and stuff. Yeah. It looks sick. That's the best part of it.
Truly, bro, just for the aesthetics and stuff like that, man. But I think my biggest gripe about the Legends Pass will really upset me because, okay, Prime tickets I can understand. That's like a premium thing, right? It's still kind of BS the way it is, but it's a premium thing. Expanded equipment slots. Equipment slots were already kind of hard to get, right? They already had them in the shop. Like, you could already buy equipment slots in the shop, right? So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Preset slots, okay. I don't think that one needed to be bought. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really use my preset slots a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even think I've ever used one.
Lately.
Like, I don't know how they even work, to be honest. Like, I have enough teams. Like, how many teams am I making? I need 80 teams right now. Like,
yeah. Well, and I don't know about you guys, but I actually enjoy sitting down and building a team. So it's like I don't really mind like if I need to like delete a team and rebuild a team and figure out my equipment. Like, I usually enjoy doing that stuff anyways. So.
All right, bro. So for example, I just did the Soul Exchange Medal daily thing or whatever, and I just got 3 Soul Medals. You're telling me I gotta wait 20 days to get 1/3 of that?
Yeah,
bro. Dude, it's crazy. I agree with what ZG said about that should be increased to 10.
Like, what? Even 10, dude. Like, I don't know. 20 days to get 10 of those? I just did one event and got 3. Took me 20 seconds.
If it was 10, then it would take like what 10 days to get to 300 Z power. I don't think that's too crazy, but like even then, like yeah, I don't know. It's tough validating this pass.
But
I really do think it should have just been combined
even
with
if it's cheap. You're paying for it. Let me expedite to this. Like, I'm not trying to pay for this for 5 months to get half a star on a unit. Like, it's just not like,
yeah,
it's just not feasible. By the time I've set the unit that I want, a better unit's gonna come out and take a spot. And it's like, I've just now wasted 3 months. Well, I get it. It's really cheap and that's fine. And it's not a bad value for what you're actually getting. It just feels kind of scummy. That's it. It just feels kind of scummy.
And you can tell that they're trying to like suck you into buying it every month, because I will say with the equipment slots, I think it's been confirmed now. So you get 300 slots. Let's say you fill up all 300 slots and then you stop buying the pass. I think it's confirmed. You don't lose the equipment. Like, they don't get deleted, but those extra 300 slots get sealed and you can't transfer or use equipment in those 300 slots until you buy the pass again. So it's not like you're losing the equipment, but it's almost like you're getting sucked into buying it every month.
Yeah, that should be the one thing that goes over. Like you guys said, just make a one-time purchase. I'll pay $9.99 right now for 400 equipment slots.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I'll do it right. I actually drop like $20. Yeah, I was gonna say I do $19.99 to get 400 equipment slots that I just have forever.
Yeah,
And that would have been, that's 4 months that they would have had this pass thing.
I think Azdeek would even buy that.
I don't know about all that, but it's tempting.
Real quick,
Yeah,
I think something
I
to
think
do with
the-
equipment is unless I'm just stupid, they already have this. Like when you're autoing, like get taken in the stage, you should be able to just like auto sell the stuff at that menu instead of having to go click the 50 pieces or whatever and then sell
They
them
don't
and
have
go
that.
back to the stage.
Ignorant.
You have
Ignorant,
that?
bro. You're asking
Well, they need more
too much of these
filter
devs,
options in
bro.
general.
You're asking
Like-
too much because the first of all, you gotta do the whole equipment process in the game right now is so unbelievably trash. Like I don't expect them to ever do what you just said because they obviously can't code that because the way they code the new equipment
mean they
system
can't
is
code
so
that?
unbelievably bad.
Every other game ever has that. That they're just being lazy.
Yeah,
they
but
can't
this
do
is
it.
Dragon Ball Legends, Ignant. Like it's different here, bro. It's a different lifestyle. It's a hard route for everything.
Ignant, we've been
Maybe-
going through this for a couple years, bro. Like,
Yeah, my 2-year break, I've been spoiled having the break for this game, huh?
we've been here for a little while, man. Freaking.
Like, it's not.
No,
like
okay,
that.
so I think the best analogy I've ever thought of, this I thought of like a year ago, is that like Dokkan is like Walmart, and you just know they're taking your money and they're making a bunch of money back, and they're like, whatever. Legends tries to like hide it like Target does, where they're like, hey
Yes.
man, just because it's double the price, hey dude, you get the privilege of shopping at Target. That's what it feels like, dude. Like that's it. Literally, like just take my fucking money. Like just be honest about why you're taking my money instead of being like, look, dude, this is great value, and it's like, no, it's not. Stop. Like.
That actually is pretty good. Anyways, Legends good lol.
It is good.
I mean,
this
yeah,
is just
we're
a really
getting
stupid
better.
edition.
We're getting better.
It is
Oh, yeah,
good. It's just
I-
stupid edition.
I'm someone that y'all know. I've always bashed the game and stuff, but like I've always liked Legends. It's just they just went down a really bad path. I think they're definitely starting to make up for it, but they are still doing a little.
Dude, they made themselves a meme. The moment
Yeah.
you became that meme, you're already cooked yourself. Like they have so much work to take back now, and they're doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then they do stupid shit like this, and it's like, bro, like this is not. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like
it's just the issue is like a lot of games do this. I try to explain this to people, but like even if a game makes a full comeback, like say Grand Cross, like all of a sudden just like it's the best game ever again. The issue is it's already burned off most of its player base, and people already have the bad feel for the game that they just ain't going to come back. And I think the Legends kind of is in that situation, but I don't think they did it too bad, so they can still do it. But it's just one of those things where like you get that bad taste in your mouth or something, you don't ever go back to it. Really.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I mean. Yeah, once you became that meme, or like once you got like Toshi saying the wrong stuff and this, and yeah, maybe it's kind of funny, but it is also like where it's like, oh, okay, is this bullshit? Like, am I supposed to be hype about this? Like, we're just gonna go play this game again? Like, that's the biggest issue. It's like you got to go out and you got to show it initially, and you know, make a mistake here and there. That's gonna happen over 3 years. But when it's like mistake, hey, that's pretty good. Mistake, I like that. That's good. But then it's like, dude, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back every time with Legends.
Yep. Yeah, and
We've come a long way, though. We've definitely
Oh,
come
we definitely
a long way.
have.
Like,
Oh, dude, the last couple
damn
months,
Zenkais
like,
used
since
to
the
cost
anniversary.
20K.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine nowadays trying to charge 21? I remember when I watched, I think it was Chicken way back when Zenkai's first came out, and he did all the math, and he was like, it would cost me $500 to Zenkai Majin Buu. And it's like, bro.
What?
Yeah, well, once the sales were got, dude, it's 21,000 CC, Ignant.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it used to be 21K, and then they lowered it down, and then they're like, fuck it, it's free, whatever. It's fine. Just use the unit.
Yep.
I think they low-key realized at this point that Zenkais were kind of a mistake, or at least they did it the wrong way. Like if they would have started Zenkais the way that they are now, where they're mostly free to play, they're more on the balanced side, they're not overly busted. I think the meta would be a lot more balanced, a lot more healthy. I think the player base would be happier. I think the really, really busted Zenkais, that's kind of where they went wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree
but
with
kind
that.
of like if Dokkan, like they did their EZAs and they made it where it costs like 200 stones or something per EZA. People would not like EZAs near as much as they do in Dokkan if that was the case. Because the Dokkan is like you get the 30 30 stones for doing the 30 stages, and then you get to do the EZA itself. At least they fixed it. I mean, it was a bit too late for
EZAs, they started out that way, didn't they, in Dokkan? Like they've been that
Nope.
way forever.
This free, yeah.
Yeah, they've been exactly the same way forever, and that's you see that difference 7 years in. People are still praising Dokkan for such an old thing that they've done.
Yeah,
So I agree.
he's-
Swift is right. If they had started with free Zenkais or kind of free Zenkais, and maybe pay 3,000. That's not a huge deal. But again, starting at 21K, rolling that back, realizing you made a mistake, you just look like a dingus. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like you look like you made a mistake, and now you're putting your tail between your legs and it's free.
Well, bro, I
And-
feel bad for the people that actually spent 21K and now that.
Oh,
now
dude,
that
I remember
now you have the
D3
option to get
talking
it for
about.
free.
He was talking about like Super Saiyan Goku and how it was like the worst decision he'd ever done, like in the entire game.
Oh, he spent 20K on the red Goku.
Way back when, dude. Yeah, the red
Oh
Super
my
Saiyan
god,
Goku.
I didn't know that.
Broly. I mean, you go back, like, people were dropping like that because, I mean, you need to make the content. And way
Yeah.
back then, the game was still popping, so it was validated to an extent. But for your everyday player, dude, 21,000. Like, I don't even go
Nah, it was
21K on any
ridiculous.
banner anymore. Like, my gosh, let alone a 2-year-old unit.
So the only good thing, there was literally only one good thing I can think of about an expensive Zenkai like that is that you just didn't see Zenkais in PvP that much because nobody wanted to pay for it. But other than that, it was not
The
good.
positive is they didn't exist. That's
Yeah,
it,
exactly. It was like you almost never saw them, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And then as they got cheaper, then you started seeing them everywhere. But I guess I digress.
That's funny, but at least at the same time, then everybody has access to it. So, like, you're just fighting fire with fire. So, there's pros and there's cons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
And honestly too, just speaking out like on those mistakes and stuff like that, I think Legends has really like understood that. Damn, we are making so many mistakes, and
Yeah.
we have been getting amazing updates. Because honestly, as of right now, like I feel like the PvP player base is kind of dry. It's been dry for like the last couple of seasons and stuff like that. Even if I
Yeah,
go on
last
right
like
now,
3 seasons.
yeah, because I'm like battle rank 49 right now, and that's like top 3K. I know it's still like relatively early on in the season, but I could sit right here. I could probably like just chill right here, play a couple more matches, get into battle rank 50, and like be good, like for the rest of the season.
I will say, I think it's getting better, like slowly. Like if you look at now compared to 3 seasons ago, I think there's more people playing right now. Like I think it's slowly getting better, but it's still like you can tell there's a big chunk of the player base that have stopped playing.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have to remember, like, 80% of the people who play Legends don't sit there and watch YouTube content or like check stuff just in general. I mean, there's so many people that don't even know like these types of communities exist. They just play this game. So the moment they dropped it because the game was trash, they have no reason to get back into it because they're not out there watching Ryuden put up a video and being like, "Whoa, it's gotten way better." So they're literally earning back a player base that it's like at this point, they already burned them. Like that's
Dude,
it.
now
Like,
that you say that, that's actually a really good point. The fact that there's a big chunk of the player base that really isn't in the like content creation community, and they're not like
they're not
you
paying
know,
attention to that at
constantly
all. They
getting
just play it.
refreshed on what's
That's it.
going on in the game.
Yeah. Who's
That's a good
who's looking
point.
that up? Say you dropped the game a year ago, and what you're saying, you're like, I wonder if Legends gotten better. No, you wouldn't think that. The everyday person wouldn't think that when they're just playing the game casually. So now you're relying on hopefully this Facebook ad hits this random dude's like,
Yeah.
he's like, whoa, they're free now. That's cool. But again, 80% of the people aren't seeing that. So that's where Legends' biggest problem is earning them back. Not because the game isn't getting better, but because they already left and they're just a casual player to begin with. Like,
Yeah. That also comes back to the bad taste in your mouth through the game and stuff.
yeah, no reason for you to come back. Like, because you're just gonna be like, ugh. It's like if your significant other cheats on you or something. It's like you can never really go back from that. Like it's always just gonna be a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question for y'all. It's more of a mini question. So y'all know we've been getting these updates, good updates. Guys, Legends Path. The better updates recently. Do y'all think the Legends bad lull had anything to do with that? Because it's literally like it's at the same time. It was
No,
so
I
funny.
don't think so because we saw it during the anniversary. A lot of things were changing, and they started saying all this different stuff. I mean, it probably impacted a little bit, but it didn't impact any more than we've done it 15 times in the last 3 years, right? We're like,
Yeah.
randomly, the community will just randomly shit on something for 3 or 4 weeks at a time, and then it changes. And it's like, so I don't think it really shifted too much, but
I'd like to think it'll be funny.
well, there you go. Then you can think it did. There you go. I'm gonna take that away from you, bro.
I honestly, I do think they I don't think they take it too seriously, but I do think they take it into consideration. They're just like, damn, people.
Oh, they have to. You
Yeah.
literally have to. Yeah. If you got 20% of your fan base saying your game's bad, lol, like, you gotta take it somewhat seriously.
If you have people that don't even play the game anymore saying your game is bad, like when it gets trending on Twitter for being bad, that's kind kind of an issue.
Bro,
Yeah,
so
you have to at least pay attention.
can you guys help inform me on this? Because like I was like, I obviously saw the meme. I saw it on Twitter and stuff. So, but like, how did it start? It started from
Okay.
something that
It's from
Squid
me.
Game girl, right?
Oh, you talking
Or
about the
something?
Legends Bad Lol stuff?
Yeah, didn't it start from like the
Well,
Squid Game actor
no.
saying something about like how did this even start?
It's a
No, no, no,
Photoshop. Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the meme. But the
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing
'cause
is,
I kept seeing that.
it was me. I'm the root of all the issues on Twitter. But so me, I'll give you all the story. Me and Minato, we were talking to someone in the VIP Discord, and he was like, "Man, I really need to get my clout up and try to spread YouTube and stuff better, right?" And me and Minato was like, "Oh, dude, Dokkan Legends Twitter is so easy. Watch this, Legends Bad Lol. We got like 100 likes at like 3 a.m." And then we're on Diddy stream. We're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it again for the lols and just retweet each other's replies. And we did that with me, Ningen, Troko, Minato, Diddy. And then once we did that, everyone started doing it. It just blew up into the like stratosphere. I did not expect it to go that far, but I was just hyping it up because it was so funny, especially when
Yeah,
it got
but where did
trending.
the Squid Game actor become a part
Well,
of
that's
it?
because there's a huge meme on Twitter already where like people just because everyone's obsessed with that woman, so like people just make like certain quotes
okay.
like,
I got you.
"Oh, shocking news! Squid Game actress yada 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 says this," and then so someone saw that and saw the Legends Bad Lol stuff trending, so that
Okay.
let's do that too. Yeah,
Bro, I didn't know if she actually said something about Legends. I'm like, dude, there's no way this chick plays Legends.
Yeah.
Like,
because someone made an XQC one as well.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff's just like memes to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it caught traction though. Like I think that's the most important part because I saw that meme like on Reddit.
Oh yeah, I was seeing that everywhere.
But yeah, it definitely it affects them 100%, right? Like there's no way like it does it and stuff like that. It's just but sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's needed, right? Like they have to. Sometimes we have to tell them like as a community, hey, like
Oh, straight up, yeah.
You're
No,
doing bad.
give like actual feedback. Well, when people go after like Toshi's throat, it's like, what? He's got higher ups, man. That's not the guy you should be targeting here. Like, yeah, he may say
Yeah,
some
that's-
stupid shit sometimes in like video and stuff, but like he's got higher ups that are giving him all these demands. Like, they don't target him. Like, he's literally
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
scapegoat.
yeah,
He's literally
Yeah,
just a
that's
scapegoat.
why.
for
That's
it.
why my streams. I will say Shueisha and shit like because I know it's not Toshi's fault. I'm just like, all right, it's not Toshi's fault. We're going after the president of the company now. That's what
Yeah,
we're
there you
going
go.
after.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just the face.
Yeah,
you know?
it's full on Bandai.
That's what
yeah.
we're going after.
It's just one of those
Toshi's
things where,
boss.
like you have to listen to constructive criticism. Obviously, saying Legends Bad Lol was not constructive criticism. Everyone making fun of the game for being bad.
Yeah.
But it's like this is one of those things like you don't improve if you just ignore all constructive criticism, like artists and stuff like that. If someone says, "Well, this is good, but the legs are off," and you just go off on them, you're not going to improve as a person.
Yeah.
That's the same way like games and stuff like Fallout 76 and stuff that I've heard they've improved that game drastically with feedback and
No Man's Sky. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's all those
Yeah, yeah.
examples. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a huge
Yeah.
point because I'm sure the Legends development team, I'm sure they appreciate feedback. Like honestly, I'm sure they actually look into feedback and I'm sure they, adjust some of their decisions on what they're going to do based on feedback, but kind of like Iggy said, there's a big difference between feedback and just bashing Toshi or just
Yeah.
bashing Legends. Like you don't be just like tweeting them talking crap. Like if you have a legitimate issue or a legitimate problem, just give them some, actual feedback and maybe how to fix it. And who knows, they might listen to you. You never know. Like I would think like if I was a part of any type of video game development team, I would think feedback would be very important because that's your that's your public. I mean, it's public relations almost at that point, and that's how you're going to be improving your game.
like obviously you
So-
don't go out and say, "Yeah, we're going to storm the headquarters and burn it down. Let's go, Legends bad, ha ha ha." Like, well, one, you probably get in jail for that. But two, it just doesn't help them, you know?
Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
say, like, yeah, Zenkai suck. I'm sick of having to spend all these chrono crystals to get the Zenkais, you know? And then the solutions, let's make them free, like how Dokkan's been doing Easy A since the beginning. And that's been a drastic change for the game.
Yep.
It's just ironic that like I think Toshi was around on the Dokkan team when
Yeah.
they put Easy A's in.
Yep.
And then it's like then you went over here and decided, make it cost $500. And it's like, all right.
Yeah. There is a lot of funny stuff like that where like
Bro, I
Toshi
still
made
don't
decisions with
understand.
Dokkan, but then you go to Legends and like it just does it but wrong.
It's weird. It's really weird. And that's again, he has higher ups and like Legends
Yeah,
demands. Dude, Dokkan is an exception to the rule. Like, most games do not last 7 years and still get really close to #1 in the App Store. Like, they are an exception beyond exceptions. So to compare Legends to that, they're competing with something that's like overwhelmingly dominant and has been for years. Yeah, you got Uma Musume now and stuff like that. But 7 years in, if that game is still popping, fine. I'll eat my words then, no big deal. But Dokkan is not the normal.
I mean, what is it? Just because Dokkan has like just a way bigger, like just dedicated fan base.
I mean, it's one of the OG mobile games. I mean, it's when you look at how long it's been around. I mean, it came out when Pokemon Go. It came out before Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
like that's how old Dokkan is at this point. That it's like, hey, you have such an established fan base. People have had their accounts for years. They feel inclined to spend. They're not getting beat up by whales. You know what I mean? It's like, there's a lot of pros to it. Again, it's an exception to the rule. Most games don't do that well that long after they've come out.
Yeah. I think it's fair to compare them though, because isn't Legends whole thing that was based off of Dokkan?
Oh, it's feedback? fair to compare them, no doubt. Like you can compare them, but to again, it's not when people say like, "Oh, Dokkan is dominating." It's like, yeah, because Dokkan's been around literally double the amount of time. Like, and they've done everything they needed to do right. Like, I mean, they did a lot of mistakes. The first 2 years of Dokkan were trash. Like I literally almost dropped the game so often, and it's like they fixed almost everything.
Yeah.
As someone that's been with Dokkan since day one of JP, these people saying they miss old Dokkan are delusional, dude. Those days were rough. Having to wait like 6 months for a Dokkan event to come back because they did them by typing was just the worst experience ever.
Yeah, that does sound rough. Yeah.
And that's why you look at old school Legends from even, 2 years ago. Oh, it's so much better. It just doesn't feel like it in the moment until you actually reflect. Like, it's so much better than it was. My God. You guys remember setting adventure slots individually?
Yep.
Every like hour?
Yep.
Oh my God, dude.
God, bro.
Just to get like souls. Like, I had to run a stage one time. I spent $20 to get enough souls to soul boost like green Vegeta or something. I had to actually spend money to get enough souls to do it.
Remember getting Zenkai souls, bro? Like you couldn't even get them from the USDR.
Oh, that was so much fun, dude.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
There was that one dude on Twitter that like he did like 4,000 co-op matches or something so he could Zenkai Beerus, and he only got him like Zenkai 3.
Yep.
Dude.
Dude, it was rough, bro. The game is a lot better than it used to be. We don't give it enough praise, but that's why we still give it criticism now, because we all still do care about the game. It's just when they do something stupid, we're gonna say that's stupid.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it's like no matter how much better the game is getting, you should never slack on the criticism of doing something wrong. It's like, yo, you so fucked up, you know? You can't just slack on it then, because then they get too comfortable and then they just go back to making the dumb mistakes, and then everyone just eat it up. Looking at Grand Cross and their player base and how they ruined that game with that whole situation.
Rip. Yep.
I honestly think if Legends continues to make these improvements, you can't deny they've been making a lot of good improvements. And sure, there's been a couple things here and there where it's like, one step forward, 2 steps back type thing. But I'd say overall they have been making a lot of improvements. And as long as they kind of continue down this path, then hopefully the player base will slowly come back up. Hopefully PvP, will just get, better, hopefully more balanced in the future. It really depends how they decide to release units, but
I wouldn't worry too much about PvP, because I remember seeing like the stats a while back that like most people don't even touch PvP.
What?
Like it's like most people don't even. Yeah, dude, I would say
it's so hard to believe.
I would say 50% probably don't even touch it.
For the
like,
casual players, yeah.
You gotta remember, people don't play the game like we do. Like they don't. That's why we make the jokes about the co-op, but they don't understand how like things work, right? Like we make our jokes, but because they're just literally playing it casually, they just log in, get some CC. I did a summon, cool. I got Vegeta, sweet. I don't touch it again for 3 or 4 days. Like it's not the same way that we play the game. So like I wouldn't worry too much about PvP. That's just gonna come naturally as the game gets better. But I wouldn't expect it to get back to where it was ever at. To be honest, like it's not gonna be popping like it was at that point, because like we talked about people being burned and whatnot,
Yeah, that is true.
And that's one thing with Legends, it is really easy to get burnt out. I mean, even myself, I find myself wanting to, take a break here and there, just because it is really easy to get burnt out, especially if you're playing a lot every single day. Like, it's not that hard to get burnt out.
A lot of games are like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, big example for me is like Dead by Daylight. I stopped playing that game for a year because I was just burnt out playing by myself, the trash team up, and then we started back up 5-9. I've been having fun with it. Still hate the game. I've been having fun playing it again.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where I'm at with Legends. Like I still like bash the game a lot, but I've been having fun with it. It's been doing better. And I feel like the people that only play PvE are just people without friends. I don't see how you could have friends play this game and not be people ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that this game really has up on Dokkan is that, you can go ahead. I mean, you can arguably say that, you can do like event races with your friends on Dokkan, I guess. But with Legends,
That's so cringe. No.
But with Legends, you can actually be like, hey, pull up a lobby, and then
Right.
you can actually go and fight them and stuff like that with the characters that you pull. You can literally pull a new character and be like, dude, I just got this character. Like, I want to try him out at max stars, like drop a lobby and stuff like that. There's little tournaments. Like, it's very, very on a small scale. But there's a competitive scene behind Dragon Ball Legends that's very interesting to me, at least, and stuff like that too, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that they can do that Dokkan just literally does not have the ability to do. I mean, you got World Tournament. I know a lot of you guys like World Tournament. So not to like rag on Dokkan. Like, I know Dokkan does have like a bunch of amazing stuff, a lot of stuff that Legends can still learn from them and stuff like that. But when it comes to like PvP, like playing with your friends, we really have like a lot to work with. There's a lot of potential there. And when I talk to people that hate Legends, a lot of them have actually told me they hate Legends because of the potential that it had. And because they truly felt like it could have been the best gacha game out there and it just didn't meet their expectations.
And I can understand that. I can understand that for sure.
Yeah, it's just fun to hop on Legends. Like, yo, Azdeek, get in this lobby. Let's fight. And you like destroy me for like 10 matches. But, I just scream, check it, and do something stupid. It's just funny to see the reaction,
Yeah, dude. You get a lot of cool stuff out of Legends and stuff like that. That's why I still enjoy the game, like, thoroughly.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, I think most of us here, probably most people in chat, most of us here in the podcast, we all love Legends, man. The game has its issues, but at the end of the day, it's a game that, I've dedicated a lot of time to, and I don't know. I still enjoy it. As long as everything's running correctly, there's not laggy matches, stuff like that. I love PvP.
Yep, exactly. All right, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and move into a break, and when we come back, Ignant will be taking your guys' questions, so definitely leave some of those in chat, and we'll be right back.
I will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we are back, and we got MC Iggy. Go ahead and drop them questions.
Yeah, drop the questions, gamers. Question for ZVG. God Key top tier win. What a good question to start off with. What do you think, ZVG?
One survival, 200% damage against hybrids, 1,000,000% damage against every attack in the game. MUI drops, then yeah, sure, Gaki will be. No, but on serious note, I definitely think that Gaki is gonna be a top 5 team in the game, either between Black Friday or New Year's. 100%. There's no way Gaki doesn't become a top 10 team in that time span. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. I'm pretty sure Swift has the same take too.
I like how he said that's not a serious question, but he's getting a serious answer, damn it.
They're definitely not Z tier right now. They're getting close. Zenkai Zamasu was definitely a step in the right direction. Yeah, I would say if we get like MUI soon and he's really, really good, then that might be like the final push that we need to get God Key up to Z tier. But I mean, Zenkai Zamasu was definitely a step in the right direction.
Yep, I agree.
Oh yeah, but we get that ultra
dude,
MUI Goku.
If we've learned anything, it's these teams can just randomly come out of nowhere and be like, oh, okay. Like, movies was, crap for literally like 2 years. And now it's like...
They got one banner and became a top 2 team.
Yeah, literally one banner, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, cool, this is like top 5. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so we have another question. What do you think is the best celebration in Dragon Ball Legends from A3561221?
The Super Saiyan 4 Goku's for sure. I think that was the best celebration for sure.
What, the yellow one, or is that what you're talking about?
No, I
yellow-
mean the
No, the old school, yeah.
Vegeta,
No,
Goku
dude.
and Baby.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Vegeta,
probably the
Baby,
best
yeah.
banner ever, actually. Like that New Year's or whatever with the Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 4s. That was really good.
Yeah, that celebration. We had a lot of CC and free units too. I think the free 21 or something came out. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, damn, that was when she came out, huh?
Damn.
Dude, my brain just starts blurring with all that. I don't know how, like, you'll talk the truth about Dokkan, and he can list off what happened 6 months, 3 days ago. With Legends, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that was 2 years ago. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like,
It wasn't yesterday?
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like, that might have been 2019. You're right. So I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, we have a question from Zelich. Hero unit Zenkai's win. Hero units are basically never used, and almost everyone has 14-star hero units. Could make hero units at a level EX units after Zenkai. Easy.
That honestly, that's
It's not a bad idea, but
I
at
mean,
the
I
same
would
time,
like.
they're
I
meant
would
for
like to
currency.
see
I
it.
feel like, right? Like they're just meant to give you those Z medals. Like they're not really meant to be played. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying, but at the same time, even if you gave a Zenkai to like the purple Super Saiyan Goku, he's probably the best hero unit besides Hercule, obviously. Is he going to really be viable? Like,
Probably not.
he wouldn't even get close to Cyberman level. So I don't know, man.
yeah.
See, my issue with that is I wouldn't want to dedicate any resources to a hero Zenkai. Like, I just don't see. Like, I would like to see it. I
Yeah.
think it'd be cool, but I just don't think that they'd be viable enough for me to spend my resources.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I
it's-
think I agree with that.
It's that and the fact that even when they Zenkai the EX units, they get like a massive like cut on the Zenkai stats, right? They only get like what 25%, like 20% and 25%. So what would
Yeah,
a
when
And
you're
the
gonna
Zenkai
get like
buff as well.
blue
is, like,
Saiyans for 10%.
yeah 10%
to each of the
10%
stats, like-
Zenkai boost? Like it would be really.
I guess it could be interesting though if they just gave it to you scot free. They're like, whatever, here, this unit's Zenkai.
Yeah,
It'd be
if there was
interesting.
something like that, that'd be cool.
And it gives you a little extra something. Maybe it's just you could change it up and play with something different. But I mean, they would actually need to get like 150,000 every stat to like be. You would actually just have to add an entire sparking on top of a hero unit to make them even okay. Like,
Yep. Yeah, because dude, I don't think they really care about hero units. Because when's the last time we got a new hero unit? Like
might
who,
have been, like,
who was
Red
it?
Videl,
Red Videl. Wait,
Tau,
Red Videl. Damn.
Hercule.
The Red Videl. Jesus. Yeah.
I think it was Videl and Tau.
Yeah, I think they were probably the most recent. Again, they're for currency, right? Like they're
Yeah.
meant to be. You cap them out at 14, and then every time you summon, you get 7 of those. That gives you like 700 of the in-game currency for like the Z medals. That's kind of what they're
Buy
meant for.
erasers, baby.
Yeah.
The only one I've ever used and had fun is that Super Saiyan Goku with Bardock. Like that is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, but most of them never gonna fit like that. I mean, just how it is.
Yeah, they're basically there for free content, right? Like if you want to make like a very like difficult video, you're like, you know, messing around in PvP with like Hero Pan, like, you know, fun for me.
Hey,
There-
dude, way back when, man, like that Super Saiyan Goku, I'll bring him up again. Way back when, I actually was getting W's with him. Like right when Bardock Zenkai. Like, it just shows you how broken Bardock is. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so from Super Saiyan Chum Chum, I actually like this one. If you could have a crossover of Dragon Ball Legends, any other IP, which would it be? For me, I just want to see them add hero unit. The heroes units would be so sick. Like that also just expands the lifespan of the game. They can't get that in there.
I'd have to pick Naruto.
Naruto for sure.
Naruto?
Give me Sasuke,
Yeah,
bro. Give me
Naruto,
Sasuke,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
Oh, the Rinnegan
Give me
Sasuke, dude,
Sasuke.
Madara?
Like, I'd have to pick that. Maybe Bleach would be cool too, but I think Naruto
Dude.
comes first.
Give me the Death Note collab. Let me fight someone at Lolly or Light.
That would, oh my god, bro. If we got like some like Naruto characters, dude, even like One Piece characters, any type of any other like anime game in this kind of style would sell, I think, honestly.
I mean, way back when Dokkan did
I think
what?
My Hero
One
would
Piece,
also
I
do well
think?
too.
Yeah, it did the
did it.
One Piece collab the first year of the game and never did a collab since.
Well, yeah, because Dragon Ball doesn't need to rely on other IPs, right? They don't need to pay for it. It's hard enough for
Yeah.
them to get like fighters characters into Legends, let alone. So that's why we'll sadly never see that. And I do agree, My Hero Academia would be dope too. MHA.
yeah.
Give me All Might, bro. Just body the crap out of Goku with All Might.
That'd be crazy, dude. That would be insane. Just their models alone and stuff like that. Like everything that they could do, like they have like unique movesets and stuff like that. That would be pretty damn cool, right? Because you know they went ham with the Kakarot Goku. Like when Kakarot Goku came out, like I was like in love with this unit, man. Like the animations that he had, how he really looked like they just pulled him from the Kakarot game into Legends, right? Because they kind of went hard on him on his animations and stuff like that. I could see them going like crazy.
Oh, dude, Legends
with
has
the
always been good
crossover.
about that, dude. Like, there's very few things, like, people don't praise Legends enough for the aesthetics. Like, when they do it right, they do it so right.
Yep. Yeah, dude, 100%.
Dude, like one of my favorite things, I know this is kind of off topic, is this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta when he does his LF.
yeah.
He has the key flick like the blue Gogeta does, and I love that, bro. It's so sick.
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
It makes me every time.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. It's definitely like a double-edged sword for them, I think, though. Not for us, but for them, because when they put out something that's not up to our standards that they've already shown us, we come after them like crazy. Like with the Ultra units, man. Remember when Ultra Vegeta came out? People were pissed. Yeah, the reused animations, man. Like they were,
dude.
Yeah.
People argue about Omega every day in the timeline, dude. They hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. What's it called? That's why. I mean, they're prepping us for summonable ultras, right? By like stepping, like they're making everything easier. You get these Legends Limited if you're a new player or whatever else.
Yeah.
I think the issue with that is
we'll
that
see how pissed
Ultra
off people
Goku,
get.
Ultra Goku just set the standard so high because he looks so good. Like I was in the phase where I just didn't care for the game. I was editing a video of Bradical showcase. Like, dude, this Goku is sick, bro. Like he looks, all his animations and stuff. They're
Dude,
so cool.
Vegeta is a weird one, man. He was dirty fireworks Vegeta. Who would have thought? Like that be it's really weird.
Yeah.
There's so many better Vegetas you could pick to do that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was so hurt that we didn't get, Super Saiyan Vegeta when he like bodies 19.
That would have been fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a way
Give me
better
Majin
Ultra,
Vegeta
honestly.
even. I know we already have the
A way
LF,
better
but
Ultra.
as an Ultra unit.
Yeah.
And dude, an Ultra Majin Vegeta would be pretty sick.
Who do you
Oh,
think's gonna be
dude.
the first summonable one? It's gonna be Gohan,
Probably
right?
MUI.
Like,
It's either Gogeta or MUI, bro. There's no in between.
Dude,
I
Gogeta,
think
please, Gogeta, please.
Yeah. Iggy needs another
Gogeta.
Gogeta.
Super Gogeta.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to the full Gogeta team. Just give me it.
watch him go to Dispo.
Dude, I'd actually be so mad.
Dude.
Oh man,
RIP Dispo.
it's a little bug guy that knocked out Piccolo. He's gonna be the
Ultra
first.
Lavender.
I'm like, oh yeah, there
Oh
you
my
go.
god.
I hate that damn wolf, dude. Like, I 14 starred him like a month after the banner. I didn't even have Bergamo. I was like, nice.
I think I remember
Damn,
seeing
really?
your tweets about
Yeah.
that.
I hate dude.
14 star Lavender.
Dude, I had
before you
like
got
2
Bergamo?
multis in a row where I had like 3 copies of Lavender in it.
Holy cow!
I was
The
so mad,
odds
dude.
of that are crazy.
I was so mad. And my Bergamo was like 3 stars. It's like,
Holy
nice.
cow!
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, so from a Zizzy17, I hope I said that right. Do you guys recommend free-to-play players to summon on the Limit Break banner if they release it before Black Friday reveals, just like Royal Blue Vegeta?
Yes.
That's kind of a tough one, honestly. I want to say yes, but then I want to actually yeah, because with the Limerick banner, you're guaranteed something. Like, it's not a guarantee they're gonna get the new unit on the Black Friday banner, but with the Limerick banner, you're guaranteed that 1,000 regular Z power along with the 600 LF Z power. So I'd say definitely chunk out the 3K for it. I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, you're guaranteeing a star on the LF
Yeah.
and like 1.5 stars on like a 1% unit. So I'd say yeah.
Yep.
For
I
sure.
would say yeah, just because there's so much value. Like when you compare a limit break banner to the super CC, like if you like, let's say you want to get an LFZ power and there's no limit break banner and all they have is super CC, you basically have to spend over $100 to get your, and then of course you get your like 6,000 CC on top of it as well. But I think the main focal point of the super CC is the LFZ power that you can get. So that's about $100, $120. And you look at the limit break banner and it's 3,000 CC, which is, normally anywhere close to $100. So, I mean, I'd say the value is there, definitely.
Yep. Yeah, especially, honestly, for me, I'm I know you guys hate hearing it, but so I am a free-to-play player. I would say yeah.
Wait, you're free to play?
Get a load of this guy. Don't lie to me. You
even know
spent
that.
20. You spent
No,
$200 on CC the other day, bro.
No,
I'm exposed you on
I would
podcast. You spent
never.
money the other day, bro.
I would never, but dude, I want to say yes, but I also want to say no at the same time. I want to say yes just because these banners are literally like they come and go, right? They're here for like literally 3 days, but like how ZVG said, you are guaranteed a star on one of your LF units. But on the other hand, look at how often they've been giving us free Legends Limited Z power as well, right? Because if you're only looking to pull one copy of whatever LF that comes out and you want to get them to 3 stars immediately, more than likely you'll be able to, especially with the inclusion of all these Hoi Poi events. The event that we currently have right now with the Super Carnival actually will yield you 100 LLZ power. So if you're only looking to just get that one copy and you want to put 100 Z power into that LF units, so you can go ahead and get him to his 3rd star, and that is it, nothing more than that, then, you know, maybe you shouldn't summon on the banner, right? Maybe you should just go ahead and just invest into that.
My man.
What?
Not every free-to-play player is like you that summons on every single banner hoping to pull the LF one time. Like, nobody's like you, bro. You're special.
But
so don't listen to Azdeek, okay? Because Azdeek summons on every single banner.
Azdeek is one of a kind.
Every single banner Azdeek summons on. So
Hey, man, I respect the hustle, bro. I do the same thing.
No. I'm not respecting that.
No, but listen.
Azdeek is fake free-to-play.
It's not fake free-to-play. Listen,
free-to-play
it's
in my
a
eyes.
free-to-play content creator, dude. So listen, I'm trying to provide the full
guys,
free-to-play
listen.
experience, provide showcases for every unit.
Why
even if
would
I
you
can't
want
go.
only one copy? Like, you're the same person. I was like, oh, DVG, I got Rose, bro, and I can't use it, man. He's only 2 stars, bro.
I couldn't.
And now you're advocating
use him, but
for
what?
people to get
But
one copy.
I got him
Great.
at 2 stars. I put in 100 Z power into him, and I was vibing with him, man. My Gohan, my revival
Azdeek
Gohan
is
is like 3
hypocritical.
stars. Bro, I have what's it called? I have my future Gohan, the yellow future Gohan. He's at 4 stars, I think, just alpha 1 copy. Right, like, dude, things are looking pretty good right now for free to play, and the way that they actually use their like limited like Z power, dude. They're giving it a lot of it for free.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm a big fan of that, man. Even like, you know, somebody could look at the Z power and be like, oh, 100 Z power is not that much. But like, you trust me, you'll find yourself in situations where you're like 100 away from the next star.
Yep.
Like literally right now, once I'm able to get that 100 Z power from the shop, I can get Evolution Vegeta to 7 stars. So like, trust me, you'll have situations where that 100 Z power comes in clutch.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, there's like a night and day difference right there. That's the only reason why I would suggest maybe not summoning on the Limit Break banner. But other than that, I really think it's just such a good banner, right? For the longest time, I wasn't summoning on it. And I remember coming onto the podcast and being like, guys, like, I've never summoned on the Limit Break banner. And everyone in the podcast was like, what are you doing? Like, what is,
Oh, yeah, I
like,
remember that.
what's, like, go summon on it right now. And I was just,
Yeah, you were definitely on crack.
I love how he paused like right before he said
He's like, can I say this on the podcast or not?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, crack is fine. Yeah, it's not fine, guys. It's not fine, but yeah.
But yeah, dude. So you know, they definitely showed me the true value in that, and so it is 100% like the amount of Z power that you get. Like, not just like Legends limited Z power aside, you can also hold on to some of that juicy just regular Z power as well.
Yeah, what do you get like
'cause you get
1,000
1,000.
regular Z power too, don't you?
That's kind of goaded, honestly. Like
Yeah, that alone
1,000
is
plus
huge.
LF
Like when you
power,
combine
yeah,
the
that's-
1,000 regular Z power along with a full 600 LF Z power for 3,000 CC. I mean, it's literally some of the best value that you'll ever see.
Yep, exactly, dude.
I'd say overall it's worth it most of the time. Like if you're really like saving for like a Black Friday banner or like New Year's, then maybe there's an argument, but I'd say like 99% of the time it's definitely worth it just to get the Limit Break banner. Even if you don't have an LF unit that you're putting it into, just to sit on a Z power is just nice to have.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
So this one I've been staring at. Angel Miras? I'm going to assume that's the name. Guys, I'm not good at internet names. I'll tell y'all now. What other Legends Limiteds do you guys expect to see in the next year? I'm thinking Universal Spirit Bomb Goku from GT. Dude, I would love that. That's one of my favorite scenes in anime. That's like top 3 anime endings of all time.
That would actually be pretty sick.
That would be crazy.
And I will say GT's in a really good spot right now. Like GT has made so many improvements in the past couple months. Like I'd say like if you have a stacked GT team, they're actually pretty top tier. I wouldn't say they're Z tier, but they're pretty close. So yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Dude, I want to say this. I'll say this when so when Hybrids dies, or hopefully, I don't think
Wait,
that'll
what?
happen.
Wait, what happens? Wait,
That
what?
probably won't happen for a long
Okay.
time. But I want an LF Gotenks. Like I'm probably not ever going to get another LF Goten. Right, that's my favorite character. But at least Gotenks, he's half Goten, right? So
Bro, you are
an
just
LF Gotenks would probably be sick.
Just choose a better character.
dude. I love Azdeek, man. He's just so weird. Like
No,
Azdeek
hold
is so
on.
weird, man.
They could hold up. They could do something. I was talking about this the other day. They can release hybrids. They can. They just have to be smart about how they do it. Meaning, if they drop another hybrid, they have to make them either red or purple because there's already better options, right? Like if they drop a red LF Gotenks, I'm pretty sure most hybrid users are going to still pick FSK. Now, you might have those people that go double red or something like that, or if he comes out purple, then you'll have double purple setups, whatever. But I would say most of the time, like if they drop a hybrid, they just have to make sure that they match the color with an already like really viable like color that's already used. And I don't think it'll like really mess things up too much. You know what I'm saying?
And even then, I feel like if they release a hybrid, like to be on the hybrid team, you have to be Z tier. Like to be on the core, you have to be Z tier. So one, they need to not make them Z tier. Obviously.
Yeah, that's another.
And
Yeah.
two, they have
I
to
agree.
make them the right color. So if they do two of those things correctly, then they can release 12 chunks if they want to. Zenkai, the purple transforming chunks, they can do whatever they want. They can release Gotenks. Because honestly, I do like Gotenks as a character. Like we don't have enough Gotenks in the game, bro. I think we only have like 3 Gotenks in the game, and all of them are trash now.
Yeah.
We have 2 Super Saiyan 3s, and we have 1 Super Saiyan. Actually, we have 2 Super Saiyans and 2 Super Saiyan 3s because one's transforming. But yeah, I think Gotenks would be a great choice for an LF. I like Gotenks, but we don't have enough of them in the game. I love to.
You guys are talking about like the Gotenks, and I started thinking about the green one, the Legends Road. What the hell has happened with Legends Road?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
Like,
completely.
dude,
I forgot
wait,
Legends Road
wait,
even
wait.
existed. Like,
Wait, that is a thing. Oh my god. I remember, well, the first one was the Kid Goku, right?
Yeah.
Like way back. Yeah, I remember being so
Yeah,
excited
they've
for
done-
that because
They've done a couple other ones. They've Zenkai'd them and stuff, and they're decent, but I haven't heard anything about Legends Road in like 9 months.
Yeah, it's
I
been.
forgot it
I
existed
think
until
I
they
feel
thought
like
about
they've almost
Gotenks.
like just scrapped Legends Road at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
that sucks.
Rip.
Well, they can't do
Legends
the
Road's
green
just so
Gohan.
fun.
They can't Zenkai him because if he's even anywhere decent, like he's got a team to fit on. It's gonna be.
And he's also
nasty,
support
right?
too, so yeah, so they gotta be hella careful
Huh.
with these hybrid Zenkais too.
I don't know. I was
So,
I was thinking about Gotenks, and I was like, dude, that's right. Legends Road exists. Get back to your conversation. My bad.
But
All right, well, that's everyone's answers. I believe that is the last question we're taking. Is that right, Daddy Azdeek?
yes, sir. So that's gonna go ahead.
Hey, Ignant, calm down. Azdeek is mine. Calm down. Thank you very much. I can't
I
make
mean, well,
him do that out
I
here.
say that because he's the guy doing the podcast thing, you know?
But yeah, that being said, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of Ultra Space Time Podcast. This is going to be the 58th one. You know, we're coming up on that big old 5-9, right? The 59th podcast next week. So that being
I
said,
thought you were gonna say 100 there.
yeah. Over halfway there. But yeah, that was, this is Azdeek, joined by Bradical. He's over here on YouTube. He's out here grinding.
I will say, you guys want to make sure you tune in next week because we have a pretty decent.
Yeah, I'll be back, guys.
No, but we have a pretty decent stacked thing happening next week. So if you guys are watching right now and you're like, oh, the 59th, we got some things planned. So
Yep.
keep an eye out.
Some big things in the works right there.
Azdeek face reveal. Let's go.
Yeah, so we got Brad in the house. We have ZVG. He's over there on Twitch as well, Twitch and YouTube.
Sir.
We got Swift again. He's on Twitch and YouTube, and we have our boy Ignant, first time on the podcast right here. He's out here. He's an amazing editor, right? He's out here grinding on shorts and stuff like that. We do have his Twitter right here, but it did unfortunately get cut off.
Yeah,
but it says
it talks to me so hard, dude. My first podcast, and this is how y'all treat me. I'm staying in the donut from now on, bro.
but it is at Ignant Edits. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in next week, and make sure you guys are liking us on all of our platforms and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.